Good morning, everyone. I'm Leigh Moody here on the KY3 Live Desk, talking about Leigh's Lost and Found today. And unfortunately, today we're focusing on we have a lost dog in Springfield. The owner reached out to me. And there's some confusion in this because was actually out of town, the owner, and the dog was in the care of grandparents. So they are saying that the dog was lost and got out of the car at Lone Pine and Sunshine. And so when the owner found out, and she didn't find out until 24 hours later that the dog was missing, she immediately went to seen the She didn't see the dog. No one around there had heard anything about this or seen a little Chihuahua running around. But then when she posted on the Lost and Found page, we got a sighting that was in a completely different area and in North Springfield, kind of up by Drury. So it's kind of confusing understanding where this dog actually got lost, or if someone got it up to North Springfield and Riri got away from it. So she just has a lot of questions. She only had once we had, then they kind of dropped. The thought is, if you see a little Chihuahua running around, hopefully someone has picked this dog up. So what we're trying to do is get Riri's face out there. Riri's kind of, I know it's a Chihuahua, but Riri is noticeable because Riri has long legs, like really, really long legs for a Chihuahua. So he is pretty recognizable. He had a harness on as well, a green harness. So a couple of things to keep an eye out for, but she just wanted to get the word out to have people looking in both places that we think Riri may have been. So, on Lone Pine and Sunshine, and then also up by Drew in Springfield. So here is Riri's story.
He's a little Chihuahua mix. He's dark brown. He's got some white on his chest. He's only about a year old. He has sister dogs that are my dogs that love and miss him. He's super happy-go-lucky guy, really chill for a Chihuahua. Yeah, I've never met, and I have been in the pet industry for a long time, a Chihuahua that chill. Yeah, he's really super sweet. He's a little weary of strangers, which is why at first, I was worried, but I really think somebody's picked him up. Because once you make friends with him, you've got a friend for life.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Riri.
Okay. All right, when did you get him?
I have had him now for about 3 months. Yep, and I've known him his whole life, but I just recently took over his care, and but ever since he was adopted originally, he and I bonded. He was a friend of mine's dog, and she had to move away unexpectedly, so I took him over, and he's my buddy.
So take me back to the day he disappears. What happened?
Well, it was the day before I let him go visit with his grandparents, and at some point while they had him, he became lost.
And what date was this?
That was the 5th. Well, it would have been the 4th, I believe, that they lost him, and or maybe the 5th. But they said that he got out of the car at Lone Pine and East Sunshine, but then the leads I followed on your page, the sightings were all on the north side, like Flora Farms, Drury, 44, and Glenstone, which was really contradicting. But I'm sure that the girl who saw him over there, I'm sure it was him. And then that just kind of went cold. Like, I went over there and snaked that neighborhood and looked for him, and to no avail. As soon as I knew.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a full 24 hours before I knew he was missing, but as soon as I knew, I was out looking for him. And I first went to the place that they said they lost him, and there was people outside with their dogs, and I was like, hey, have you seen this dog? And nobody really, and I was like, I don't really feel like this is where it was. So I went, to the other side and looked for him, and to no avail. But I just feel like because the sightings dropped off, and fortunately and unfortunately, your page also offers, notices on deceased dogs. I haven't, thank God, found that. I'm hoping somebody has him and has just picked him up thinking he was a stray and didn't have a family. And hopefully they'll see this and get him back to me.
The The girl who saw as a sighting, was he just roaming around the neighborhood? Like,
So yeah, it was a girl that posted on your page a dog sighting. I don't think she'd even seen his post yet, and she and another girl were trying to catch him up there on Glenstone by Flora Farms, right by 44, which I can't imagine. But they couldn't catch him, and like I said, he's wary of strangers. So um, if somebody did catch him, they had to have made friends with him first. But yeah, so they tried to catch him, her and another girl, and they weren't successful, but they made the post anyway, which at least gave me some hope and a direction to go.
did they have a picture with it? So
No, they didn't get a picture. I imagine they were probably in a frenzy trying to keep this dog off Glenstone. But just the way they described him and his harness and stuff, I'm pretty sure it was him.
So he had a harness on.
Yeah.
Okay, what did the harness look like?
It was like a bluish green color harness, the kind with the little handle on the back. One of those. Yeah. And I don't know if he had a collar on or not. I know the grandparents had gotten him like this spiked collar, but it was too big for him. When he was with me, he didn't wear a collar. He just wore the harness occasionally. So.
Okay. And you said he's kind of wary of strangers. Is he food motivated? Like somebody was out there with food?
That's a good question. He does like food, but I'm not a good judge of that because with me, he loves me anyway. So I've never tested it with a stranger to see if, that would be something that worked. But he does love snacks. I mean, he's picky about his dog food, but he loves snacks. So.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say your gut feeling is probably right, especially being in Chihuahua. People love little Chihuahuas.
Yeah. Yeah, they're easy to pick up and take home with you, easy to love, especially him. Like he went to work with me every day. He was a great dog. So, I mean, if somebody picked him up and made friends with him, they've got a great dog. And I'm just hoping that they'll see he has a family and get him back because I miss him.
Is he chipped?
He's not. He's not. That's something I was actually going to do while I had him in my care and hadn't had the chance yet. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you get him back and you can ship him.
Oh, I will right away. Yeah. Yeah, I will right away.
Yeah. Talk about just the emotional toll of having these questions and not knowing, you're missing your pet and you have no idea where he is.
It's scary. It's scary. It's stressful. I think about it every minute of every day, just like a child. Like every minute of every day, I'm wondering, where he's at, what else I can do, if he's okay, if somebody that picked him up is taking good care of him. It's scary. It's hard, but I'm just hoping somebody's taking good care of him until they figure out where he goes.
Yeah. You were talking about he has pet siblings?
Yep. I have 2 dogs. I have 2 Rottweilers.
Oh.
And those are his best friends. Right. Yeah, he loves those girls so much. He loves those girls so much, and they love him. They let him get angry and beat them up, and they just love him for it. And I know he misses them, and they miss him. So.
Can you tell that they notice there's a piece missing?
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while now, but especially at first when I would come home from work, they would look for him because he always went to work with me and stuff. So, yeah.
Tough on the household.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Are you offering your reward?
Yeah. So there is a $300 reward at this time. I'm not independently wealthy. I tried to start a GoFundMe to raise reward funds. It just hasn't been successful. But some family of the original owner has offered up a reward, and so right now that's at $300. So.
When he got out, did they say did he just jump out of the car?
Well, it was kind of really open-ended. They said he jumped out the window, and so my thought was, why didn't you stay there until you caught him? I wouldn't have left that area until I found him. But apparently he got, and I had warned them, if your car window's down enough, he's brave, he'll jump out. I guess he jumped out the window and got away from them, and I really don't know anything else except that, and I don't know. I don't know why they didn't stay and look for him.
It's unfortunate when it's out of your control.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. That's tough. I know we're reposting a lot. Are you making sure What are the other things you're doing?
Oh, hanging up flyers. I go out myself and canvass the neighborhoods. I think because I think, well, maybe if I go look this time, he'll be out in a yard or he'll be out. Somebody will have him out on a porch. I've told everybody I know to look for him out in public. You know, maybe if somebody's kept him, they're taking him places and um, you know talking to vets and things like that in case somebody's brought him in to be checked for a chip. So
Do the Animal Control and Humane Society know too?
yes.
Okay. So you've blanketed. You're doing everything
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you haven't gotten any
Nothing.
besides that first
No,
sighting.
that first sighting was all I've got, and since then it's just gone cold. Yeah.
You described them a little bit before. Is there anything that really stands out that people, if they saw a Chihuahua, would be like, "That's Riri"?
Yeah, so for a Chihuahua, he has really long legs. Um, he's got the big ears, but other than the really long legs is what just really distinguishes him because Chihuahuas are usually short little legs. He's got long legs, big ears, and he's just really slender. He's got a long little tail. He's brown with the white on his chest, and that's about it.
Do you think he'd respond to his name if someone other than you
Yeah,
was like, "Riri"?
probably. Yeah. Whether that would, give him the confidence to approach them or not, I don't know. But I think he would definitely respond to it because he knows his name. So
Would you suggest if, like, maybe he is still out running around? If somebody sees him, would you suggest trying to catch him or just sending in a
I
sighting?
would
Or
just like them to call me immediately. I'm too worried about him not going to somebody, so I'd just rather they call me and give me an area because I know if I show up and call him, he'll come to me. Um, so I think that would be the best way to go about it because if they try to catch him or chase him, not knowing them, his initial reaction is to bark and back away. So
classic Chihuahua.
yeah, yeah,
What would it mean? I mean, obviously, probably the world to get him back after all
yeah,
that.
literally everything. My friend entrusted me with his care, and I love him like my own and miss him like my own, and um, even just to know he was okay would make all the difference. So,
Yeah, you're not looking, if someone has him, you're not looking to be like, hey, there's not going to be like repercussions or
yeah,
there's no
no,
questions asked
literally
kind of
no,
thing. Yeah,
nothing. Just bring him home. No questions asked, no harm, no foul. Like, I can totally understand somebody picking him up and taking care of him, and I would do the same for a dog. Um, but yeah, if they see the story and know he has a family, just to get him home would be wonderful and greatly appreciated.
You can do it that way as well. All right, turning now to our adopt a pet with the Humane Society of Southwest Missouri, trying to find a good home for Harley. Harley is such a cute dog, and we want to make sure that we find him. Oh, wait till you see, he's beautiful. Find him a good home.
Hi there, my name is Mackenzie Palmer and I'm the marketing coordinator at the Humane Society of Southwest Missouri. And for today's Adopt a Pet segment, I'm introducing you to Harley. Harley here is an adorable one-year-old coonhound mix, and she's got her whole life ahead of her. She's just such a sweet and loving girl, and she's truly transformed in the time she's been with us. When she first came to us, she was so shy and just nervous, had a lot of stranger danger, and was just learning to trust. But as the months have gone on, she's just opened up so much. And while she can still be a little nervous with newer people sometimes, she's just very sweet when she's comfortable. And she loves to give hugs and kisses, and she's just so ready to be someone's companion. Harley here seems to be good with other dogs. We'd recommend bringing out the whole family for a meet and greet. Everybody in the home that would be living with her, just to ensure everyone gets along well and that it's a good fit for you and your family. If you're interested in meeting Harley yourself, our adoption center opens every single day of the week starting at noon. Our adoptions are first come, first served with an approved adoption application. She would love to meet you. You can check out more about our adoption process and how that works online at swh.org. But in general, it's first come, first served with an approved application.
The litter, and she was left behind. Mama took the other kittens and took off, and of course everybody came. The animal lady here, and they're like, Leigh, there's a kitten that's left under the satellite trucks. Get her. She was probably, gosh, 5 weeks old when I took her in, and that was in 2013. That was quite a long time ago. So Kismet's doing good. Nice update on her. I also have an update. If you follow Rescue One at all, a great organization in town, one of the biggest rescue organizations in town. They have been in a long process trying to build an actual shelter. So if you don't know, they are foster based. They don't have technically one big main building. So they do have some little places around town where they can keep some animals, but they don't have a dedicated shelter. And this has been a long goal of theirs, is to finally have an actual brick and mortar shelter where they can take all of the animals in. So they've been trying to do that for quite a few years. They've been, donation drives, but there's so much you have to go through. They have to find land. They have to be able to buy the land. They have to, clear zoning. There's all kinds of things. So we actually have an update on them. Let me get it up here. Yeah. An update for you here.
Here, go tell your sister it's okay. Go tell her it's okay. Good job. Oh no, that's great. Okay.
City Council will be going ahead and looking at that. So just trying to keep you up to date on what Rescue One is doing, because that would be a big thing that would really help them. That's their vet clinic and outreach, but they're also too in that process of trying to get a big shelter as well. So a lot of stuff going on with Rescue One. If you're interested in finding out more or donating, just go to rescueonespringfield.org. They have all the information that you need if you're interested in trying to help them, or see if you can, sometimes they even ask for like that kind of stuff. They are always looking for donors, volunteers. I mentioned right now, there is no dedicated building. They are foster based, which means every animal they take in, they need to find someone to be able to foster that dog once, or cat, once they get them, up to date, get medical care, vaccines. And that way they can get them into a foster home. That way, again, they can say yes to more animals that in need. So if you feel like you could be a foster, it doesn't take much at all. It really doesn't. Just, maybe you have a little extra room if you want to foster kittens or puppies. You can put them in a bathroom. Or if you just, can bring in another dog. They cover everything. So you don't have to pay for anything. The vet supplies, like they give you food, they do all of the vetting, they take care of everything. So if you're interested, they do have foster applications on their website. I urge you to do so. I actually was a foster fail. My dog Spalding, was a foster. He halfway home through animal control. His home because he was just picked up by animal control. He was a big pit Pyrenees mix, about 130 pounds, just an adorable big goof ball. And animal control was just having real trouble trying to find a shelter that could take him in. So I went ahead, fostered him, and then foster failed. So that's totally fine if you foster fail. He had a great life. We had 10 years with Spalding. It was amazing. All right, that's it for me this week. I'll be back next week on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 9:30 in the morning. All things Leigh's Lost and Found, pets, rescues, reunions. If you have a story idea for me, hey, send it in. Just message Leigh's Lost and Found. If you'd like to see your animal featured, if you have a lost pet, please message me. If you have a great idea for a story that you feel needs to be told, whether it's a reunion story or an education, anything like that. I'm always looking to bring good stories to you guys, and I will be doing that again next week. Like I said, Tuesdays and Wednesdays here on the live desk at 9:30 in the morning.